Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Athena One Light Large LED Pendant. This is the 1632. Let's get into details about it, and let's talk about the size of the fixture body first, and that's going to be independent of the poles that it's hanging from. 35.6 inches tall, 7.3 inches square. So now we're going to talk about overall height, and that's going to be including these, and that's going to be the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, and you're going to have a range. It's going to start off at 41.8 and go to 83.8 as standard product. And that's going to be broken up into all these different fixed heights. So there's a chart that you're going to see over in the corner over there. It's going to show you which combinations of which of these rods you're going to use to get to those listed heights. And if you need to go beyond that 83.8, this is going to ship with 120 inches of wire, which is quite a bit. So I could probably get you to about 114 overall height just by ordering extra stems, so extra pipe kits. Very, very easy. If you need to go well beyond that, we do customs. So just drop a quick email saying you're looking at the 1632. Tell me what you're looking for. So tell me you're looking for 200 inches overall height or whatever it's going to be. I'm going to take your email and send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department. It's going to come back with an answer. We do customs every day. It's not a big deal, and it's free to ask. So this is going to be shipping with 3 of the 12s, 1 of the 6, 1 of the 3, and then a bunch of these little connectors. And Hubbardton Forge has this wonderful system, and these are beautifully milled, just so you know. So you put them together like this, basically. You just screw them together. And I want to show you a little bit more information about this and how we're going to do it. And once they're together, you can barely even see there's a seam. It's super, super tight. I want to show you the installations instructions, and it's going to kind of encompass a lot of details here. That side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It is going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how these go together. And what we generally would probably do with this is I would probably put it on a table and probably have it on its side and take the wires and just go through the pieces one by one, not all together, but just like through the connector, through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, and then exiting the canopy, and then screw them together like I just did. Much, much easier to do that. That canopy up in the ceiling is going to be a 5.5 inch square canopy. It's going over your standard junction box. You're going to be able to see some line drawings on that paper I just talked about a second ago. It's going to show you lots of details about that. Slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees automatically. There's a knuckle at the top of this built into it automatically that allows it to go like that, basically. So you're good to go there. Slope to 45. Okay. Let's talk about glass really quick on this. So it's going to have 2 pieces of glass. So you actually have an inner core that's LEDs, strips of LEDs pushing light out in all directions. And that's going to be covered by a piece of opal glass, which is Hubbardton Forge's opaque white glass. So you're not going to have to see those LEDs. And I'll talk more about opal glass later in the video. On top of that is a really beautiful piece of clear fluted glass with all these kind of fluted edges to it. It's really, really pretty. Coming in at 11.8 pounds, so it's not very heavy at all. Why don't we talk about what's going on inside those LEDs. So you're using 15 watts of LED, which is quite a bit, pushing out 930 lumens, which is quite a bit too. So you can use this in all kinds of applications. I think this would be great in stairways. I think it'd be really good in commercial applications too. We need to get a lot of light, but you want it to be maybe on all the time, 24 hours, that kind of thing. LEDs are wonderful that way. It's also pushing out 3000 K. 3000 Kelvin is the nice warm light. It's called warm white that we use in our showroom. I talk about in all of these videos. It's kind of in the middle between 2700 K, the super yellow light, that's the orange stuff, and then also it's in between that and what's called daylight, which is that 4000, 5000 Kelvin. That's that bluish white light that a lot of people aren't so crazy about when they talk about LEDs. This nice light coming down on me right now, this is warm white. 3000 Kelvin. So this is the same kind of light that's going to be coming out of this fixture. It's also, it's a dimmable fixture, which is good because it's, like I said, pushing out 930 lumens. Make sure you tell your installer you're using a dedicated LED. In that canopy up on top, there's a transformer that's going to transform your line voltage. So this just uses regular household current into low voltage, taking care down into that LED's core, so you don't have to worry about that too. But it's good to tell your installer what's going on. They need just to put the right dimmer on the wall for you. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with, and then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.